Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a great weekend. And now we have a brand new week of 5 Minutes with Phil. And I appreciate your joining me here today. And we're gonna jump right into it today. We're gonna take a look at the book of First John. In fact, we'll be there. We'll be in that book actually today and tomorrow. But for today, I want to take a look at a couple of verses that give us some encouragement as far as our prayer lives are concerned. And when we ask God for, when we ask Him for things, when we ask Him for miracles, and we ask Him for answers. And there's a verse here in 1 John chapter 5, starting in verse 14, that I think might be a really, really great encouragement to a lot of us that are watching this here today. So why don't you take a look at this with me, and we'll look at it together. 1 John chapter 5, verses 14 and 15, they say this: We are confident that He hears us whenever we ask for anything that pleases Him. And since we know He hears us when we make our requests, we also know that He will give us what we ask for. So there's a few truths here, I think, that are really, really good for us to be encouraged by and to remember when it comes to those moments that we ask God for answers, for anything, really. And first of all, we can be confident that when we ask for anything that pleases Him. Other translations say when we ask according to His will. So in other words, we're not asking God to do something bad. We're not saying, Lord, make my boss sick. Lord, do this terrible thing to somebody. We're not asking God to do that at all. So we're asking God to do things that would please Him, and basically things that would line up with His word and the character of God. So when we ask Him those things, the Bible says that He hears us. And I think for some of us here today, that's really important, because there can be some times where we're a little bit frustrated and we think that the Lord's not hearing our prayers, that the Lord is not really aware of what we're going through, and that just is not the case. When we come to the Lord and we ask Him to do something that is according to His will, again, this version says that it pleases Him, we can be confident that He hears us. And so that, number one, that's a big thing for us to keep in mind, is that, when you go to the Lord with your prayers, He hears you. But it doesn't stop there. The verse 15 says, since we know He hears us when we make our requests, we also know that He will give us what we ask for. And so we have a confidence that the Lord will answer our prayers. Now, you might say, well, Pastor, I've been asking God for this, and I haven't gotten what I wanted. And I think sometimes we have to remember that sometimes the Lord will give us what we need, much more than what we want. The Lord knows best what I am in need of. And the Lord knows my situation better than I do. And there have been times where I thought that God didn't answer my prayer. And actually what He did, He answered it by closing one door, but then opening another one. And maybe that's how we need to see our prayer lives. That if we don't get what exactly we're specifically wanting or asking God for, then it could be that we need to say, okay, God, I trust You. So whatever You're doing here, I know that You're answering me and that You're going to give me what is best for me. Let's keep in mind, all right, that His ways are way higher than ours. And so there have been things that I've asked God to do that in retrospect, I'm glad He didn't do it, because it would have been a mess had He granted what I asked for. And so when we come to the Lord, let's believe that He hears us. And let's not fool ourselves into thinking or believe the lies that He's turned a deaf ear to us. That at the same time, we can trust Him that He'll meet our needs and He'll give us miracles. And if we haven't seen the answer that we want, He's got the best answer prepared for us. And that's a good thing. And we can be encouraged by that. So let that be a blessing to you today. All right? Love you. Thank you for joining me. And Lord willing, we'll see you again later. Bye-bye.